Paulding, Michigan. Frank Rodriguez. The location of the Paulding light.
We just arrived at the location of the Paulding light near Watersmeet, Michigan, and in a few seconds I've determined that the explanation is correct. The lights are in fact on the highway, on the horizon, Highway 45. They seem to ignore. I'm a skeptic and I remain an unbeliever.
I remember last time I was here, if I remember correctly, you had said, damn.
I am thoroughly convinced at this point that the Paulding light is nothing more than a gigantic hoax. Mark my words.
You met Janet yet?
Is that the lady in the red blazer who I'm hoping to meet? Who lives around
long blonde
here?
hair. Yeah, she's been researching the light for years. She's working on a book.
Well, I've heard that there's a lady who comes out here about 5 nights a week who claims she's met ETs here.
Yeah, that's probably
the
Janet.
lady?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We
Her
were
name
talking.
is Janet.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I heard of her, didn't know her name though.
You want me to hold those for you?
What did you say your name was?
Pardon me?
What did you say your name
It's
was?
Yvonne.
Yvonne?
Yeah.
And you were about to say
Oh, well,
something about the light?
you know, I think people tend to dismiss it too quickly. And just to let you know that I'm not a complete ditz, I do have a dual degree in math and physics, summa cum laude. So, you know, I didn't go on and work in that field, but I am not a fool, you know. And I think I do know what I'm seeing. And I did see things that I thought, yeah, that could easily be car headlights, car taillights. But I saw something else that was not. And I don't know what it is, and that's why I'm intrigued. And this is my second time here. It was last week when I was here. And I just heard about it from kids where I work. And they knew that I was interested in odd things and said, you have to go, you know. And they'd seen some spectacular things here. And I didn't get the floor show, I just got the teaser.
The sad thing is that on the internet, which is a great way to disperse information, there's so little detail. Like, people tell fantastic stories, but there's not enough detail about it. Like, for myself, last time I came here, I shot video, and you could see that the intensity of the light is much greater than what car lights are going to create, okay? And the changing, the alternating colors, and colors that car lights do not have, like blue, for example,
People have seen green and blue. I only saw white and red, but the white that I saw did come towards me, and it sort of looked like it was getting bigger, but I still thought, yeah, it could be headlights. But immediately, superimposed on that, it turned to red. Now, how would it superimpose? And then the red came very, very quickly towards us.
That's a good word for it, because that's what I did not see that.
Well, it came towards us very, very quickly. It had sort of a diamond shape, and it seemed to me that it was not too far away from that valley where that little rift is and the stream goes through.
So it got larger
as
it got
close.
closer.
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
see, I've heard that story so many times.
They go away. They get smaller.
Oh,
so
sure.
I know what it wasn't. But the other interesting thing that I saw when we first came was just sitting in the truck at the entrance there and looking out the window. I just happened to be looking in exactly this bright spot, and so did the friend who was with me. And we both saw what looked like a bright silver-white flash up above the power lines, well up above, like, oh, I don't know, let me guess, 15 feet or so above the power lines. And this bright flash was sharp, it was not diffuse, and it had sort of an organic shape, almost like an oak leaf, like it was like 8-sided, but not real geometric, not too, I don't know, rigorous in shape. It was more organic than that. And after we'd seen it, we thought that was pretty fantastic because we knew it was not an airplane, it wasn't traveling, it just flashed once and off, and it wasn't a star, it wasn't a shooting star. We saw a couple of those, we know what those are, and it was too low down anyway. But we talked about it a while and laughed and said, well, we wish, come back. We were telling him, come back. And sure enough, it came back in exactly the same spot.
You want me to hold those for you?
And I don't know what that was either.
How long after the first occurrence?
How long from? oh God, less than 5 minutes, maybe a couple, 3 minutes. We just had time to talk about it and
So
say, I hope it happens again, you know.
Something very unusual happened twice in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then when I went back to work and told the young man who'd actually told me you have to go there, and I told him about that, it's like, he said, oh, I saw that too, but it was just, he said he saw it out of the corner of his eye. It's like, well, I saw it straight on. I don't know what that was. And I don't know, I just like the feel of this place, don't you?
Damn. You
It's
know,
a good feel.
yeah, I've never come out this far. I remember years ago, a friend of mine were camping. We had never heard of this before, and his family in a minivan came to our campsite and asked us if we knew where the Paulding Light was, and we were like, what is that?
What is it?
We were like, we'll find out where it is. That's what we came to see. We'll come back after we find out, and then we'll let you know. So it ended up being a very late night because I was already, you know, past dark. So we came back, told us where it was. We came out, and we're just, you know, completely floored, you know, because we thought it was car lights, because that's what a couple people said that was the possibility. But with all this,
the debunking story says that it is, and the person who researched it, I'm not going to say he's lying, but people see what they're capable of seeing, and they see what they expect to see very often.
But there are car lights, but there's two
They're
separate
different,
events
yeah.
happening in a similar area.
Yeah, I saw a soft diffused red glow that went away, and that was, oh, that's taillights, sure enough. You know,
We were here over an hour last night, and we saw car lights, you know, for a while. And when there was no cars, there was no light. And that was the thing about the Paulding Light. I've been here twice before. Both times were several hours, and each time there was there was constant light. You want me to hold those for you?
People see what they're capable of seeing.
All the ducks are swimming in the water. ducks are swimming in the water. All the ducks are swimming in the water.